Hello and welcome along to another episode of this FM20 Dorking Wanderers story with me, Daniel. It's season 9, episode 6, and we're heading towards the running in League 1 now. We're still in that promotion chase, so we'll have a look at the table in a minute just to see how things are looking with a few games to go. But we start on the development centre, partly to look at Oliver Devfield and this plain screen here, but mainly to look at our youth intake preview. It isn't particularly great, as you would probably expect most years. Unfortunately, it still says don't expect much from this intake. Seems to happen every year now, so unfortunately we're just getting used to giving that message, but I thought I'd very quickly show you that before we got underway. Today we'll be playing a massive game away from home against Doncaster in League 1. We've got a few injuries to worry about as well. If I go to the medical centre I can show you where it's all going wrong. Luke Thomas, he's coming back from injury. James Thompson's not fit either. Jack Walker just back to fitness, but he's still high susceptibility, not played any games since he started training again. Cotton's picked up a little knock. We've got Brendan Lindsay and Stefan Moles out as well, so we are really struggling for players at the moment and things aren't looking good on the pitch in terms of having availability, but hopefully we'll be able to get over the line as we're in a pretty good position heading into this game. So hopefully we can get a positive result and we'll get into that game in a moment. If you are looking forward to it and still enjoying the series, please do put a big thumbs up on it. I really do appreciate your ongoing support. If you haven't already subscribed to the channel for daily FM20 content, a reminder, as I did in yesterday's head coach video, this is the last week on this current schedule. It's only a very slight change, but this is the day that's changing in particular. We'll no longer have the 2 long-term stories on Sunday. That will be replaced by a series from the real footballing world. So we're going to talk about stadiums. I've got a mate coming on to join me to do that. And we're also going to have some more fantasy draft ties with collaborators from other channels, also other creators, and obviously co-hosts and friends that I know as well. So there's plenty to look forward to on the Sundays. There'll then be 3 episodes a week each from these ones, running from Monday to Saturday, rotating each day. So we've got plenty of content to come on the channel, and I'm really looking forward to getting going. So those new series will start next Sunday, this time next week. We've also got some planned content from FM20 Mobile. We're also looking at Cricket 19, bringing that back again, so plenty of exciting news to come. But we start with Dorking Wanderers today, and let's show you where we are in the league table. Things are looking beautiful, with 5 points clear of Sunderland, 8 points clear of Ipswich, 10 clear of Rotherham, 15 clear of Pompey. Can we rule them out with 7 games to go? I think we probably can. You can see on the fixtures on the right hand side there, in 2 games time we have got a massive game coming up. So home to Sunderland probably will be the title decider if we do okay in the next 2. We've got 14th place Doncaster today. Between then off camera we've got 9th place Bolton away. We've obviously got a huge deficit of players due to injury, but the board are happy. We look like set on favourites to get promoted. We're playing really well generally. The finances are great. We're improving the facilities. It's just all going a bit too well at the moment. So let's go and have a look at the schedule to see where these results have come from. Of course, you were with me last time at the end of the transfer window. We then had that disappointing defeat at Rotherham. We were getting a bit worried at that point, thinking that maybe it was all going to fall away. But despite having a few weaknesses in the squad and Barry Cotter not quite being Mason Saxon, we did manage to win 5 of our next 6 coming into this. Of course, 4 of them at home, that really helped. We did lose 1 of the away games. But let's look at those results in full. We had Wimbledon at home, and look who scored the last goal. Barry Cotter getting back off the mark for the club. Cole McKinnon scoring the second as the winner after Stefan Moles equalised early in the second half. And look who scored the goal for Wimbledon too. Tyree Wilson, bit of a hero for any of you following the other series. Had a really good spell with us at Scunthorpe, but he had a good goal in that one. Barry Cotter getting his. Did he score in his first spell actually? Let's go and have a look. He played for us before. Yeah, he did score 2 goals. Not too many though. But after that we won 4-1 at Ipswich. A brilliant performance from the lads in this one. We steamrolled into a 3-0 lead and we managed to get a 4th late on as well. Holcroft picking up a knock, but he scored the last. We had Moles, Tordoff and Everett with the others. Then a 2-0 win at home to Wickham. John Webb with a brace continuing his good season for a disappointing 1-0 defeat at Shrewsbury. But into March and coming into this one, back-to-back home wins to lead us into this game. 3-1 against Crawley. John Webb with a brace, including a very late goal. That sealed it in a pretty nervy end, to be honest. And then at home to Bradford, that man again, Alan Tordoff with a hat-trick. He has been remarkable in the last couple of months. He's out of contract at his parent club at the end of this season. Unfortunately, we're probably not going to be able to sign him. He's on 15 grand a week and there's bigger clubs after him due to his form here. But 30 starts, 13 goals and 9 assists. That is top quality at any level. So a brilliant player, a former England under-19 international, and he has proved just how good he is. I've been really proud of his performances this season. He's certainly helped us towards promotion here, and a couple more performances like that one in that last game, and we could be saying hello to the Championship. So it is a big game at Doncaster today. On paper an easier game, a mid-table side, nothing to play for, but the injuries are really taking their toll. And you can see even those three, they're all key players. We've obviously got Thompson as well. He's a backup. Connor Jackson just coming back to fitness too. So really lots to think about in that regard. And we've also obviously got to start planning for the summer. What are we going to do if we get promoted? We've got a whole different lot of players we've got to look at. So plenty of work and dilemmas for us at the moment. But obviously after the last 4 years, mediocrity in the Championship is a really nice problem to have, to be thinking about promotion. And I'm hoping we'll be able to get over the line soon. And hopefully a big result against Doncaster will help that. So let's not put it off too much longer. We're going to go and head into the game any minute. Firstly to the dynamics, dressing room atmosphere and the managerial support as good as they can be. The team cohesion pretty good as well. In terms of transfers, we've had a couple more go out. Just on loan to our feeder club, 3 more sent to Stainstown. We're desperate to get them back into the National League South. If we can do that, they'll be a much more useful affiliate club, so I'm hoping that'll be the case soon. We haven't got any more clauses to sell yet. We're waiting for some of these to come along. We've had some players nicked early on in their careers. We've also got these sell-on clauses, the likes of Mason Saxon, Dan Reed, who we sold last summer, of course. We've also got a couple that were sold before they reached the youth system. So most of our best young players are going before the youth intake. That's where most of the problem is here. But either way, we're in pretty good shape. So let's go and head into this game. Away at Doncaster, who have our rivals got? Rotherham at home to Wigan. Third place, who's in third? It's Ipswich, isn't it? Ipswich are at home to AFC Wimbledon, and Sunderland away at Bolton. That's our next fixture, so let's hope they get dropping points there. We're probably going to drop some here. It's a very tough game for a squad that's heavily depleted. We're slight favourites, we're in strong form, but Doncaster unbeaten in 5. They've got a good manager in Nigel Adkins, and we've got a couple just coming back to fitness, and you can see just how depleted we are here. We've got Ollie Robinson in goal, Cotter and Thompson in at left fullback, with Walker coming back to fitness alongside Parsons. We've got McKinnon dropping into the deep line role, Matthew Smith moving into the box-to-box position. That's due to the injury to Stefan Moles. And then we've got Tordoff, Holcroft and Everett. They're in behind John Webb up front. And on the bench, we're a little bit weaker than usual. McLaughlin's still there. He's a big game changer. Other than that, it's pretty poor, to be honest. Joe Wilson may have to come on for Walker. He's not expected to last the 90. And otherwise, outside the squad, it's just a keeper. And probably Harvey Roo's unhappy as well. So we are really down to the bare bones. It's not the time of the season we wanted an injury crisis by any means. But we're going to fight on, we're going to try and get over the line, and we're going to do that today against Doncaster Rovers. As we do that, some very quick good news. Jonathan Mitchell signed a 1-year extension and taken a heavy pay cut to be backup keeper. And then also Thompson, a left back, he signed an additional year, only £600 a week. I'm really pleased with him doing that. And the next one on the list is Peter McLaughlin. But I've got to get rid of someone first. We need to get money off the wage bill. I can't offer him more because of financial fair play, and that is leaving us in a bit of a tight spot. So we're just going to get into this game today, see if we can get a good result against Doncaster, and hopefully once we go and secure promotion, we'll be able to offer contracts galore. 4-2-3-1. It seems like most sides are matching us up now. Lots of regens in there. They've got Toffolo at left back. He's a good player. Been on loan at Lincoln from Norwich in real life. Think he might have signed permanently now. Brandon Barker on the left wing at loan at Rangers in real life. He's had spelled at Hibs. He came through the City Academy. And otherwise, a lot of good youngsters there. A good mid-table side. Certainly can't take the result for granted. But we're going to tell the lads to pick up where they left off. Hopefully they'll respond there. Just a couple of the lads looking motivated. But surely that'll be enough to get a result. So we're missing a few players. It's a depleted squad. It doesn't look like our strongest 11. And if you put it in isolation, it would never have a chance of winning the league. But Doncaster giving the ball away early. Shane Thompson with it. Last time we had a really early highlight, we let in a goal. But Matthew Smith wants to do it the other way. Here he comes down the right. Tordoff running off him. He's created magic in the last 2 games. Tries again, but just goes short. Smith back to McKinnon. He's into the team for a rare start. Lovely ball out to Thompson. To the byline in. Holcroft header. Great save, Balcombe. Tipped over the bar. It's a corner kick for us. What a wonderful save that was. Toffolo heads it away. It's a really poor corner. Falls for Tordoff 30 yards out though. McKinnon to Holcroft. We're still on the front foot. What a first minute it's been. Can we wrap it off with a goal? Brilliant chance, but it's blocked to Smith. His one's tipped over too. Balcombe, unbelievable goalkeeping. Two brilliant saves up high early on. The ball's into the box, headed away again, but those two shots on target both saved. And with 5 minutes gone, they're still hanging on. We've got another corner with Everett, flicked away as far as Parsons over on the right. The centre half in new ground there, just goes back, takes the easy route, and Cotter picks it up on the halfway line and goes all the way back to the keeper Robinson. He's got a man over on the left. Is he going to find him? Looks like he's taking his time there. It's a great kick forward. McKinnon does well. Really rose high there. Smith out to the left to Everett. He's enjoying that box-to-box roll, is Smith. Everett's cross is blocked. Back to Thompson. Here's Everett again. Into Holcroft. Oh, it's a great save. Balcombe's tipped it onto the post. It's unbelievable. 3 magical saves early on. How is it still 0-0? And now we've given it away, but there is relentless pressure on the Doncaster goal. They can't even get out their half. The only time it's been in our half is when we played the back pass. Aside from that, it's been camped in. Here's McKinnon trying to continue that pressure. Back to Barry Cotter. McKinnon again, so much time on the ball. Is he going to find the pass? Out to the left, that's a poor one. This is where it all goes wrong. On the counter, Doncaster just need one, but McKinnon recovered for his mistake, won it back with a good sliding challenge. Out to Tordoff on the right, back inside to McKinnon again, just sitting deep in that role. Can he find a pass? Out to Tordoff, back to McKinnon. We just got to find that through ball. Tordoff has the magic so often. Here he is on the edge to John Webb, back to Smith, into Tordoff. There it is, he's offside. Oh, the first time Balcombe's beaten, and he's gone for a little celebratory dance there, the keeper. It's still 0-0 and he deserves it on his own. The only man with a match rating above a 7. But again, it's us on the front foot. Dorking Wanderers flying forward here. Everett in the middle to Smith. Out to the left to Thompson. He's had acres all game. Thompson into Webb. There it is. Into the near post. It's a 1-0 lead. 15 minutes and it should be 3 or 4. We should have wrapped the game up already, but there is the lead at last. Thompson getting forward. It's almost like Luke Thomas isn't missing. A brilliant delivery. Webb scores again. Just the form we're looking for. And straight from the kickoff, we've won it back again. And Cotter and Parsons exchange 1-2s. Back to Cotter again at right back. Just keeping it. There's no real pressure here. Finds McKinnon. He's looking comfortable in that deep line role. In fact, both central midfielders have been very good so far. And it's back to Robinson in his own area again. Just needs to get it away. Finds Jack Walker. Get rid of that, son. He does. Finds Thompson. Oh, not like that. Don't give it away there. He's in. It's a good save. Parsons clears. But we've put ourselves in danger there. There was no need for us to give away a chance like that. We've dominated the game and we almost threw it away. But thankfully Robinson saved the day. Out to Thompson at left back. Action-packed game. We don't normally have this many highlights. McKinnon switches it. Cotter's on the overlap. 2 or 3 in the middle. Falls for Tordoff just wide. Good effort from the winger. On his weaker foot, he nearly created magic. And with 20 gone, it's somehow still just 1-0. We're back 5 minutes later and again we're on the attack. Thompson with a throw on the left-hand side, again in an advanced area. McKinnon and Smith playing 1-2s in the middle, just keeping the ball nicely. Walker's been caught once already. We don't want that to happen again. Nearly did, but he found Parsons. Back to the keeper. It's very slow, it's very methodical. We've broken through a number of times here. As Robinson plays out to Parsons. Again, we just look a bit shaky in those positions. Robinson playing the wrong ball there. Has he found anyone else? Oh, he's giving it away. Not like this again. Robinson, he's made the save, but that's woeful. Let's change the instructions. We've got him playing to the centre halves or fullbacks, I think. In fact, we haven't. So why is he doing that? That seems a really bizarre move. We're going to ask him to distribute to the flanks because the 2 chances we've given away have both come from them centre-half areas. So we just want him to get it wide. It doesn't matter where. As Doncaster level up the shots on target, their highlights can't be good because we're not seeing them. But otherwise, it's been a brilliant display from our boys. And the only regret is that it's only 1-0 here. Let's see how the other teams are getting on. Sunderland being held at Bolton. Portsmouth drawing as well. Rotherham 0-0. Ipswich, the only team winning. Is looking good so far. But let's go and say we're proud of the performance. We'll praise the lads. They've done really well. And again, early in the second half, we're back with Thompson. He finds McKinnon on the left wing. Down the line to Everett. There's 2 in the middle. Can he get the ball in? He can't. He goes back to McKinnon. There's 2 or 3 running off them, but he delivers. Tordoff's there and hits the post. Oh, it's off the crossbar, is it? A massive chance. It was a great effort. 6 yards out, a great chance to score. Tordoff after 2 brilliant games having a poor one. So he's likely to be the first man coming off today, actually. 6.2, probably his worst rating in a while. It's Smith delivers a free kick. In off the line. Is it an own goal? It was headed off the bar by Holcroft. And I think it fell for Lowry and just hit him and went in. But on the hour mark, it's 2-0 to Dorking Wanderers. Thoroughly deserved over the display so far. And with an hour on the clock, we will make that sub. Tordoff's going to be replaced. On the right wing, it's going to be Craig Maguire, the youngster. And then we're going to bring on Peter McLaughlin for Holcroft. They're the two we'll make with an hour gone on the clock. Throw on the left-hand side. Very advanced position again. Thompson McKinnon with a 1-2. Headed away on the edge of the box. And here comes the counter. I spoke too soon. Brandon Barker charging through the middle. Where's Walker with a challenge? Parsons makes it, but it falls for Andrews. He scores into the corner. Woeful defending. Where has it come from? We've been so dominant. And then we give away a goal like that. It's so frustrating. A 2-1 is the lead now. Doncaster have got to root back into this. And we're going to have to be very, very careful now. Robinson with a long ball forward. None of that fannying about at the back. Finds Maguire the sub. He hasn't really scored since he came to the club. Hasn't played well either. And he's given it away there stupidly. What on earth was that? Young charges through the team. The defence has parted again. What's going on defensively? Maybe it's a sign Jack Walker's getting tired. So we're going to swap those two back over. Joe Wilson has played the last three anyway. Thompson now, he's been dominant all game. But I'm going to change him to a defensive fullback. This is about preventing an equaliser. Two deep line playmakers in the middle. No more box to box stuff. Let's get back into it with our renewed shape. And hopefully the lads can see this one out. Right, just 4 minutes to go. I think the time is here. We're going to drop to a balanced mentality. We're going to slow the pace down. All of the old drill. Time waste all the time. Drop the tempo slightly. Be more disciplined. Do we need to drop our offensive line? I don't think so. We're going to leave it at that for now. We don't want to just invite pressure onto us needlessly. But 2-1, we're into stoppage time. 4 minutes added on. This is a lot to hang on for here. Sunderland still 0-0. Ipswich I think still winning, but we'll worry about that in a moment. The whistle goes. We nick it 2-1. A brilliant start. We came out the traps unbelievably. How it was only 1-0 after 15 minutes, I don't know. Balcom, the man, they've got to thank for that. But Doncaster did cause a scare in the second half. It was partly of our own doing defensively. Anthony Andrews with the finish. Earning £6,000 a week worth £2 million. Again, probably shows how well we're punching above our weight here. But a brilliant effort. We win again. Performance of champions to nick the 3 points. And let's go and see what that means for the table and compare it with the other results as well. So 6 games to go. Sunderland held at Bolton. That leaves them 7 points behind us. So we're going to have to do well to throw away the title, particularly if we get at least a draw against them. Portsmouth held 0-0. They're definitely out of it. 17 behind. They can't catch us really now. Let's look at the other teams. Ipswich won 3-0 against Wimbledon. Home banker, and they made it look that way. Rotherham did nick a winner against Wigan. So there's still a little bit of pressure on 3rd and 4th place. 8 points you'd expect us to hold on there. But Bolton away and then Sunderland at home. 2 massive games this season. So we're going to be in a big position when we come back next time. We'll either have smoothed through it and be celebrating promotion, or we could be in a little bit of a sticky situation. But let's go and look at what the media said. Vintage display. They can't lie. It was a brilliant performance. Twice the shots, 2/3 of the possession. We've secured a playoff spot at the very least. So we've met our expectation for the season. It's our best ever finish in League One. I'm really proud of how that's gone. We've kept our job safe and we could well exceed expectations here. And imagine a transfer special if we get promoted. It could be a massive one to celebrate Championship football. To do it on the 10-year anniversary would seem good as well. The 10th year of the save being the first one in the Championship. If I remember rightly, Torquay, we got to the Premier League after 10 seasons. So at the start of season 11, I think we were Premier League. So this one's going to be a few years behind. We'll probably take longer in the Championship too. We're a smaller club. We haven't got the facilities. But otherwise, we are looking on course for promotion here. So let's just bask in the brilliance of that league table. 8 points clear, 6 games to go. Are we going to bottle it? Find out in a couple of days' time. If we look at the schedule, the final game of the season, I think it's at home to Wigan. It is. We've got 4 home games. That's brilliant. Wigan, they're in mid-table, 8th place chasing the playoffs. Accrington in 18th. Lincoln in 21st. Sunderland up in 2nd, of course. And then away to Blackpool in 17th and Bolton in 9th. A pretty average run in. We can't really worry about who we're facing. We've just got to get 3 more wins. It doesn't matter how we do it. If we beat Sunderland, then it's pretty much wrapped up, but of course we've got to get a couple of other results. So let's hope we can do that in the next episode. I hope you'll come and join me again. But if you did enjoy this one and that hard-fought, brilliant victory at Doncaster, please do put a thumbs up on the video. We'll have our youth intake next time, which we're not expecting much from. We'll also hopefully have a promotion celebration, maybe even have a title celebration too. Let's go and wait and see on that one. But let me know down in the comments if you think we're going to bottle it. We've got to start planning for the summer soon. Which players are going to make it a championship level if we get there? It's a really hard task to worry about, and a transfer window is going to be really difficult this summer, but I won't mind if it means we've got promotion to the championship. If you want to keep up to date with all that and our other series from FM20, please do subscribe for regular daily content. As I mentioned, next week we'll see the start of the new schedule, so the 6 episodes rotating throughout the week as normal. And then on Sunday this time next week, we'll be starting with our brand new series, talking about the football grounds we visited in the country. And I've got a guest co-host for that one as well. And then of course we'll have some more fantasy draft ties. Let me know down in the comments if you want to be involved, if you'd like to be part of the series of course. And I'm more than happy to play as many as possible. I had great fun making the first one with my podcast co-host Craig. You can see that one on the channel of course, and there's also a link to the matchday vlogs from our podcast as well as a few other series there too, so check that out if you're missing football during the lockdown. But a big thanks for watching this one and your continued support of the series as always. I'm glad we finally had an action-packed game, and I hope to see you next time for the last game of the season, and fingers crossed the celebration of promotion and a title.